My beloved child, there are moments in your life when the silence feels deafening and the world seems to move forward without you. You look around and see others achieving, growing, and flourishing while you feel stuck, unnoticed, and unseen. But today, I want to speak directly to your heart. You are not forgotten. Though you may feel invisible to the world, you are always visible to me. I have watched over you since the day you were born, and I have never taken my eyes off you. Think about the stars in the night sky. Even when clouds cover them, they are still there, shining brightly. You are like one of those stars, my child. You may feel hidden or overshadowed, but your light has not gone out. I see the beauty in you, even when you struggle to see it in yourself. I see your tears, even the ones you cry in secret. Not a single one falls without my knowing. Do you remember Hagar in the wilderness? She felt abandoned and alone, fleeing from a harsh situation with no hope for her future. But in her despair, I met her there. I revealed myself as El Roi, the God who sees. I reminded her that she was never out of my sight. My child, I want you to know that I am your El Roi too. No matter how far you run or how lost you feel, I see you. Sometimes the enemy whispers lies into your ears, telling you that you are not enough, that you do not matter, or that your life has no purpose. But those are just lies. Let me remind you of the truth. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. Before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. I have set you apart for a divine purpose. Joseph, one of my faithful servants, experienced seasons where he too might have felt forgotten. His own brothers betrayed him, throwing him into a pit and selling him into slavery. For years, he lived as a servant and then as a prisoner in Egypt. Yet, even in the darkest moments, I was working behind the scenes. Every trial Joseph faced prepared him for the day he would save a nation and his family. My child, if you feel like you are in a pit right now, remember this. The pit is not the end of your story. Your life has chapters yet to be written. When it feels like nothing is happening, know that I am working in ways you cannot see. Just as a seed must be buried in darkness before it grows into a mighty tree, you too are being prepared for something greater. Trust the process, even when it feels slow or painful. The world may value achievements, titles, and outward appearances, but I look at the heart. I see the small acts of kindness you show, the efforts you make, and the battles you fight silently. Those things matter to me more than any earthly accolade. Do not underestimate the power of your faithfulness in the little things. Do you know the story of the woman who gave 2 small coins at the temple? Others mocked her offering, thinking it was insignificant. But I saw her heart. She gave all she had, and that moved me deeply. My child, even when you feel like what you have to offer is small, remember that I see and value your heart. When you pray, and it feels like no answer comes, I hear you. My timing is perfect, even when it doesn't align with your expectations. Delays are not denials. Sometimes, I allow a waiting season to strengthen your faith, refine your character, and prepare you for what lies ahead. Trust me, for I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. Each person's path is unique, designed with care and precision. The race I have set before you is yours alone to run. Comparing yourself to others will only rob you of the joy and peace I desire for you. Keep your eyes fixed on me, the author and finisher of your faith. I know it's hard to keep going when you feel overlooked, but take heart, my child. Even when you feel invisible to others, you are always seen and cherished by me. My love for you is not based on what you do, but on who you are, my precious creation. Spend time in my presence, and let me fill the empty places in your heart. In me, you will find rest for your weary soul. Open my word, and you will find promises that will sustain you. When you feel alone, remember that my spirit lives within you, offering comfort and guidance. Surround yourself with those who remind you of my truth. Seek a community of believers who will encourage and uplift you. Isolation can magnify feelings of insignificance, but fellowship will remind you that you are part of a greater body. Let gratitude fill your heart. Even in seasons of waiting, there are blessings to be found. Count them one by one, and you will see my hand at work in your life. Gratitude shifts your perspective, allowing you to focus on my goodness instead of your circumstances. Remember, my child, that my plans for you are good. I am not a distant God, watching from afar. I am your Father, walking beside you, holding you up when you feel weak. Lean on me, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. You are never out of my sight, never out of my care. Even when it feels like the world has moved on without you, I am here. My love for you is steadfast and unchanging. Let this truth be the anchor for your soul. So, rise up, my child. Walk with confidence, knowing that you are deeply loved, profoundly seen, and divinely purposed. The best is yet to come.